Alright, Dexter Original Sin, Season 1, Episodes 2 and 3. I'm going to be reviewing them both at the same time since they were released on the same day. This is going to be a spoiler filled review, so if you guys are not caught up on Dexter Season 1, Episodes 2 and 3, please stop watching as we're going to dive into the episode and break it down, starting now. So it's Dexter's first day on the job. He started his internship with Buffy. I'm forgetting the character's name. And then Deb and her friend are talking about pawning off stuff, and she was thinking about pawning off her like mom's stuff maybe. And then back to the first day on the job with Dexter, and he's trying to make an impression and talk about how he thinks the crime happened. They all kind of like humor him for a second, but end up just laughing and cracking up just because it's so obvious to them, which I did like because, I like that he's not a pro at this right away. He's got to learn. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? And then there's like a flashback going on with Harry and Dexter's mom, who they get to meet for the first time. And then there's also this side story with this judge's son who's been kidnapped, and he's like being fed Lunchables and stuff like that. And then and Dexter's always great with food, and they do a lot of Cubanos in this episode and made me want a Cubano. The fact that he ordered 2 Cubanos in one sitting was pretty amazing. Then we get to see where he keeps his trophies, which were the earrings from the nurse in a VHS case. Harry's getting to know Dexter's mom and interrogating her about the stuff she's been involved with and the drugs and stuff, because he's hoping it's going to lead to Estrada, who he's trying to capture. Dexter's trying out bringing vegetables to work and notices that nobody wants the vegetables. And thankfully we get to meet Camilla, who throws away his vegetables and tells him, "You gotta get something else, sweetie," basically. And then Deb, desperately looking for stuff to pawn off, ends up finding Dexter's trophy earrings in his VHS tape. And then Dexter eats more Cubanos. He learns to dance. Then we're back to the judge's son, who's been kidnapped, and he gets his finger chopped off. Deb finds out the earrings are fake and she can't get any money for them, so she ends up just giving them to her friend who thinks they're cute and wants to wear them. Dexter finally brings donuts to work and everybody loves them. Harry's interviewing this one girl who's totally intoxicated and is making no sense, claiming that the guy he's trying to get in trouble was with her all night or something like that. Then we get a flashback of Harry finally getting to meet Dexter and his brother Brian. And then Dexter starts to plan out going after the guy that killed these innocent people that Batista was talking about at the bar. And that's how episode 2 ends. I think I forgot to say that episode 2 was called Kid in a Candy Store. And then episode 3 begins. It's called Miami Vice. And it starts off with some public hearing about the judge's son who's still missing. They're investigating the finger, which got sent to I can't remember if they found it or it got mailed to them or something. We finally get to meet LaGuerta, who makes an impression on the crew and isn't getting along with everyone right away. Dexter begins his hunt on the guy who Batista was talking about at the bar. He ends up breaking into his house while the guy is out and finds the list of people that owes him money, just to kind of confirm that he's actually the right guy. Dexter later asks Masuka for a fake ID. I do love that he uses Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, which he's used before in the other show. And then while Dexter's making breakfast, Deb and her friend come by, and Dexter notices she's wearing his earrings, his trophies from the dead nurse, and he points it out to her, and she thinks he's flirting when he's only interested in getting those earrings back. So he pulls Deb aside to tell her, yo, how'd you get those? And she's like, "Oh, I just found them, but now you gotta get me Coke or something if you want them back." And play nice with her. And then Dexter ends up meeting up with his target, who he gives the fake ID to, and tries to get in a situation where he wants to borrow money from him so he can learn more about him, basically. Then Dexter buys new earrings for Deb's friend, which she suggests doing. getting her birthstone so he can get his trophy earrings back. Which he tells Deb that it was their mom's, basically, or his mom's. Then Dexter makes cocaine for Deborah and her friends. And then Dexter tries to get that guy to shoot at him so he can actually see if the bullet is the same bullet that killed the other people. And there was a great shot that I loved of the bullet flying past Dexter's face. That was probably one of my favorite shots. Just that smile he does is so great. And yes, of course, he does confirm the bullet is the same bullet with the help of Sarah Michelle Gellar. We get more weird flashbacks of the Dexter's mom and his dad, like, doing missions, basically. It feels like GTA missions. We start to see some flirtation between those two, and Harry's not really fully into it yet. And then Dexter ends up trapping this guy and executing him, getting his second kill in, throws him in the alligator lake or whatever, and a little arm pops up, which he doesn't know about, which was a fun little cliffhanger to end on. But yeah, that's how episode 3 ends. It's a fun show for Dexter fans, I feel like. It's not like something for everybody. Though I don't feel like everybody would enjoy this. Like, I would just recommend the original Dexter show to people, like beginners who are just wanting to check it out for the first time. This just feels kind of like an extra thing for Dexter fans, you know. But it's really good. I'm loving it. It's definitely getting better and better as it goes on. But I'm really enjoying the whole cast and crew so far. So they've been doing a great job. So stay tuned for more. I know I'm behind a bit on Dexter and some reviews. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.